Hello.
With base cam. Alright. So far, so good.
Well,
I don't even know how long it's been since my last painting stream. I guess I can check, but that'd be a little pointless for me. Let's see, connection is excellent. No dropped frames at all. That's the thing I'm happy to see. I was finally able to fix it in my last stream. It's looking different with this light on. Kinda, huh? Right. There. Anyway. I've got my tea ready, and that means I'm ready to paint, I guess. Not sure what I'm gonna do yet.
it's a little more. That needs a little more. I'm actually
after the last stream I did, the last painting stream I did, I'm getting pretty low on these paints here. Sprayed myself, I think. Kind of reiterate. Actually, I gotta pull up. That's something I didn't think about. Just a sec. I don't actually have my reference photo ready to go. There it is. That should be okay, I think. Wish I had it down here, but
So I
I
think
think I'm gonna throw a little more red here in the middle, maybe some even right here.
And
And then all of this has to go darker again. And then after I do that, I think I'll give a pure rest. Maybe add a little more blue here. Do a bit of a quick gray wash on the mountains.
and
And then I'll try and get close into the lights. Really get rid of some of those.
It's
Echoey? Hi, Sarah. Thanks. Okay, hang on, I'll try and fix it. Thanks for telling me. Super echoey. Let's see. Can you hear me? You can? You can hear me? Okay. Does it sound like I'm talking into a microphone, or does it sound like you're hearing me at a distance? Even now? Here, let me see if I can put on my headset, my other headset, and see if I can. See if I can't diagnose it. Check. Ah, I see. What about that? Still. What? Everything's muted. Now? What the heck? Let's remove this. And remove that. Maybe that'll work. Whoa, did that work? Oh, there we go. But now you can't hear the music. It's also just really quiet. I've got my audio mixer here and everything is muted on it. Muted. Application. Okay, that's on. So I'll just turn up the volume maybe. Does that sound okay? Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad I didn't do the whole stream like that. Alright. Yeah, I said I would paint today, and I meant it. I usually mean what I say. So, here I go painting again. Did you get any knitting time in? Where's my scratch paper? That's something I'm missing. There it is. Okay, so. Oh, I guess she's in and out. Oh well. Thanks for stopping by, Sarah. Always appreciate it. Oh, I should probably bring my stream back up. There we go. Oh, not nearly wet enough. I did say I was gonna add that red in, and then I went right for the blue. Maybe because I've been thinking too much about it. The blue part. So I still agree that it's got to go darker. And I think last time I probably added enough, and then I tried to really spread it out because I thought I made a mistake. Whereas in hindsight, maybe it wasn't a mistake. And that's something I've noticed as time goes on with my paintings is the longer I work on a painting, the less and less safe it is with me, because I'll get, I don't know, I wouldn't call it bored, but reckless, maybe? Say last time, instead of putting on more paint and just continuing, I think what I did was I just started trying to blend it in to the lower area right away. Where I'm not really doing that this time. In fact, I'm going back for more. Especially in the corners. Because I am getting reckless. Just how reckless. Well, that reckless. Oh, I forgot. Well, I guess I didn't need a pretty picture. I already got one. And I'm going even darker up top because that's my routine. I always play it super safe. I don't change enough at a time. And I've been working on this thing for almost a year now, and it needs to be done. But look at the gradation that I'm getting now because I'm being reckless, and I really like that. Although my paintbrush is not going to be forgiving me because I'm being reckless. Oh, if I was doing abstract, that would be beautiful. I'll let it sit for a second. Think about that. It changed quite a bit in about 5 seconds. take a look at it. I'm going to be doing a lot of stopping and looking at stuff just because I'm rusty. It is a little more blue than purple, and I think I need to bring it down a little farther, darken this spot as well, because really it doesn't get that bright until right here. So I'm going to do a wash just above that as well, but not as dark. That's what I'll do. Careful with that paint. Pretty sure I just heard a cat in the song I'm listening to. So I want to bring the, I did. I just heard it again. Bring the darkness down a bit, but I also don't want to lose the texture that I did when I was being reckless, because it's like a natural texture. So I want it to be there, but I want it to be subtle. Too much blue there, but I did say I was being reckless, so let's see what happens. There was too much black on that part of the paper, which when I go back over it again with black, you won't be able to notice that at all, is what I keep telling myself. I like putting shadows on the blue too, like little pockets of dark blue inside the other blue, because it gives it a better texture. It's not just a paint splash, or not like a paint application fill, you know. Can't be all one color, that's boring. And it's not like that naturally anyway, so why would you? Layers and mixing of colors and randomness. Wind, temperature. That looks pretty cool. So now I'm going to move down to the clouds after I pause to look at this. Make sure I don't want to change anything right now. I almost didn't come down far enough. Like right here. I think I almost want to come down a little lower. Let me look at this picture. My reference picture. I will come back and add the red in because I want to do like splashes of red right here in the middle, which this side's good, but I think I'll bring this side down a bit. Yeah. Just a little bit. And then I'll be done with the sky for today. So I'm not going to do a lot, just to make it as a whole kind of look like a frame. I want it to so it's a subtle thing where whenever I'm doing a painting, I try and make the light, the shadows, the lines, I try to point them towards the subject, kind of. And if you've ever seen me do many of my other paintings, I've talked about it before, where the trees or something, it acts as a frame. So there'd be a purpose to how I have it laid out. So in this case, I'm taking the darkness and kind of framing this area, which is the subject. This is the subject right here, the skyline. And then this dark hill and this dark hill will help to frame it. In a perfect composition, I would also have something here, a bush here, something. But I want to stay as close to the original as possible too. Teed up. Alright, where's my original? There it is. To I'm not sure how I want to handle the clouds because they're still not right. I got a ways to go on them. They're still very bright. And I want them a lot darker than that. These are getting close though. I don't need to do much to them. I believe I was adding, I think I was adding blue to the clouds before to act as shadows and not black. Let's see. It's not far off. Let me just fiddle a little bit. Doesn't seem like anyone's here, so I don't mind turning it. It's not something I like to do often because I just don't think it's that. Ooh, that's a little more than I wanted. Doesn't make for that good looking content when it's turned like this. I like the color, but the shade just isn't there. I'll have to ask my dad. He's the big time pro watercolor artist, what he would do for this. I will do a little bit of blending here while I'm here. That's the craziest part about doing skies is it's just everything blended together. And the best skies will never be just one color either. Clouds I'll save for another day because I'm still not 100% sure how I want to handle them. Except for maybe the smaller clouds. Maybe I'll do that. Come on. There we go. The lower clouds on the right side kind of have a grayish look to them, which this blue is perfect for, I think. But it'll be tough because the yellow is right there and I don't want to turn them green. I can see a little green showing through right there. These will need more red, I think. Especially this one. Alright, I said I was going to be... Well, let me balance the other side since I did all that. Should be super bright on the bottom and darker on top because the sunlight is coming from behind the mountains and shooting up and hitting the bottom of the clouds. That's why it looks a little odd, because of the angle of the light. And why it's not dark on the clouds instead of on top. I think I'm enjoying doing the blue on top of the red too much. I don't think the next painting I do will be this big. Well, I mean, I already know what the next painting's going to be, and I know it's very much the opposite of this big. It's only 4.5 by 4.5. But I mean, the next actual painting that I'm gonna do, I don't think will be this big, because I just gotta move around so constantly. Usually I can do more of the painting like zoomed in, so you can kind of see what I'm doing, but this thing's so big that it takes away from a lot of the context of what I'm doing. And my my desktop space is limited, even with this new desk that I built specifically for this. That part's a little frustrating, but looks like even this cloud has a little bit of shadow on top. Just a thin little accent point. I'm gonna add a little interesting. You're not gonna even be able to notice it, but there's a shadow coming off that mountain. And it'll almost look like a mistake, but it's not. Some of those I had a little too much water in there, I think. I'll have to go back and blend it a little. Alright, now I'll go down here and we'll add some more gray into these mountains. A little bit of dust management. All I want to do is make these a little darker without changing the texture or leaving any puddles behind. That's the biggest thing right here. If I do it right, it'll even make the mountains stand out a little more. And they're pretty stark on the horizon, so it makes sense. And even if it leaves a little bit of puddling, if I do it right, it'll be okay, because it looks like hills and valleys and stuff, which, much like the sky, they're never just one color. Nothing's ever just one color. It's unnatural. Although the haze in the morning might... Oh, I forgot I zoomed all the way in. Haze definitely takes the color away from it, though. Where I was being reckless before, I'm the opposite here. I'll be real careful not to go outside the lines and disrupt the other stuff around it. Since I'm here, I'll clean up any watermarks I may have left behind, like right here. A little late on that one. That looks pretty good. And I think the next time I'll add the red in here, and if I'm happy with that, I think I will I'll start doing the branches. Because that's what's keeping me from doing the branches right now, is I don't think I have the sky quite right. Gonna refresh my tea if you don't mind. All me. All one of me. This song kind of gives me like Ghibli, you know, Totoro vibes. Kind of wish my tea was stronger. Anyway. Let's clean up some of this black paint. Maybe I'll do a little bit of the trees here. Actually, I'm going to grab a little bit of that. Mix it in with this black. Go for a real charcoaly black instead of the purple black that I usually do. Actually, I'll mix it all so it'll be less obvious. Because that is the difference between those two blacks there. They're both different versions. One is it comes from a powder. The other one comes from like a gel-ish paste, I guess would be a more apt description. But just giving this a little touch up. I can see inside it where it's kind of fading. And I'll paint over that again once I start doing all the branches, I think. Because right now I think I'll be able to notice it more once it's darker. Honestly, this would be one of those situations where a permanent marker might actually do me good. Because that's how dark I want to get it, and the watercolor paint just doesn't want to do that. Alright. Let's move stuff around a little bit. That's the most dangerous thing painting, is just being sure you don't knock some dang paints over. I don't need the keyboard right now. Oh, that's using both sides of the napkin. I'm resisting so hard turning it on its side, doing it vertically. Oh. That was an abrupt change. Did not like that. It's also pretty loud now. The song has a lot of changes in it. I don't like this song either. The levels keep changing in each ear. Suppose it's trying to do some ASMR thing, but it is not agreeing with me. That one was perfect. Alright. I was gonna paint longer, but something came up. I gotta go take care of it. But I will hopefully be back on after work more and more lately, or soon, and be streaming more often. So look forward to the next one, and I'll be back soon. Thanks for stopping by if you did, and yeah, hope to see you around. Have a good one.